joining us to talk us through shanties or shanties. I'm dyslexic, so I have no idea how you start these. Take it away, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
We have a live audience.
Woo!
We have real people in front of us. Oh my God, this is a treat. I mean, we're doing a lot of stuff on the internet, okay? So this is to have you here.
And we understand this is your first real gathering since COVID time. That's like significant. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. What a big deal. Before we start, I just have to say something that's very important to me, important to the Lovewell family. My son, Alan Lovewell, who now lives on the West Coast, was one of the first instructors with Sail Martha's Vineyard. And I text with him today, and he has memories of bicycling from Edgartown, that's where we grew up, bicycling to the sailing camp to go to teach, to be part of as an administrator. And so the Sail Martha's Vineyard is part of our family. And then there's my daughter, Emma. I'm not going to say much about her. Some of you, I think the less I say, the more respectful I am of her. But I'm a proud dad. And Emma was a sailor with Sail Martha's Vineyard too. And you know, that is huge. I was working as a journalist for the Vineyard Gazette. We often wrote many stories about Sail Martha's Vineyard and its coming together. Nancy Hoffman and Nancy, and then Walter Cronkite, of course, and Nat here remembers all those periods because there's those stories. Those are amazing stories for a community that didn't have Sail Martha's Vineyard, you know. So it's a big deal, and I know it is to many of you, but I just, as a performer, it has great significance for myself and Molly as well.
Well, it has great significance for me because it didn't exist when I would have loved to have learned to sail. So it's really an important thing what Sail MP does. Is a wonderful, wonderful service to this island community. It's a great thing.
Makes a huge contribution to the culture of this island to have people who grow up here have the experience of the water. I know that's the mantra. Of Sail Martha's Vineyard. But I, as a performer, as a singer of sea shanties, as a sailor, it's real. It's not a concept. It's a real thing. And every time that I take my kids and we go out sailing, it's part of our story. It's part of our story. So we're going to start off. So the question is, what is a sea shanty? Spell it with an SH or with a CH. And I think the first song we'll do, because you're anxious to hear some music, is we're going to do the Wellerman song. You will recall in 2021, Ethan Evans, a kid, 25 years I think at the time, recorded the song and it exploded in TikTok. Are you familiar with me? Nod your heads yes. You remember that? When he sang that, and that's an old sea shanty. It came from Australia and New Zealand. And to start off, before I even say, let's just say there are two ways to spell shanty. Chanty, which is the name of my boat, sea shanty, and shanty. And it is a big deal.
That's my house was shanty.
There are folk musicians, folkers who have, anyhow, the chanty is derived from the French word to sing.
A chanteuse. Thank you very much.
Now we love the English, and Evan sang that song is from Scotland, so of course he's talking shanty. To us, it's a building. To him, it's to the English, and we got to be respectful of the English. It's shanty. But it is for an American chanty. Now, the fact that this song hit the world was soaked up from one end to the other. SHANTY overshadowed the American way to sail. But we're winning again. We're getting it back. I will say that when I have a website, you can look at markallenlovewell.com. When his song hit the charts and the New York Times wrote a story about him, my website got hit by 1,000 people in one day. You would have think I could have cashed in on it? No. But it's people really sucked into it. Love the idea of it. And so this song, let's just do it.
If you know the chorus, and you will after we go on, please sing.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow and down Oklahoma. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. That sound familiar? Say yes.
Yeah?
Say yes.
All right, yeah.
Well, I want you to be enthusiastic. She's not been 2 weeks from the shore, down on her right whale. You have to call all hands and swore he'd take that whale and go. Soon may the woman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught all hands to the side. Our wounded fodder, when she died down low. Soon may the wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her all hands to the side. Our wounded fodder, when she died down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and
Go right here.
go. 40 days or even more, the line went slack and tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain moving on. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Thank you. So you might have noticed I was going, huh, in that song. There's some really hefty hooks in there. You can tell them what those are
This
all
is-
about, right?
This is a great story, actually, and there are pieces to it that are worth telling you about. It's talking about a vessel that served around providing food and provisions in the early 1800s between Australia and New Zealand. And you can Google this. It's an amazing read. I'm going to be careful what I say because there's conflicting information that anyhow. But the good news is this is a story. And one of the chorus, where's the words? Can I see the chorus? And one of the lines is in the chorus is, when the tonguing is done. You hear that saying that? Tonguing is in the days of whaling when they were doing it from shore and also on board ship, is that you slice the blubber into thin slices like a book. And that's well documented in Moby Dick and stories and they call it tonguing. So the tonguing is done. And it's a great story. The thing about sea shanties for you and I, if all you remember tonight, you don't have to remember which is which or what is what because we'll pass it on to you. Just remember that sea shanties are an essential part of the storytelling of who these sailors were. Because you can't call them up on the phone and ask them what their music was to their lifeblood when they went to sea. It was what you did. Today, you crank on the radio, you crank on the whatever, you listen to your music, and that's a very, very, as Molly and I talk about, spectator sport.
It's true.
Spectator, they're singing down the hall, or they're singing in my speaker.
These guys sang to survive and to work. That's how they got stuff done.
It's the only way they made music, was they made it themselves. Now we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts, right? We're going to
Nuts
get
and
into
bolts.
nuts and
Here we
bolts.
go.
What is a sea shanty? A sea shanty, by definition, that is, and there are folklorists, there's Stuart Frank out there. There are people out there who have this all figured out, and I have to navigate it. Sea shanties were songs sung by sailors in the days before diesel and gasoline, when ships were powered by the might of men. Huh! Raising and lowering sail. They were work songs. Sea shanties were work songs. There was a rhythm, a cadence, and you hear that rhythm on and off again. It is a way to get the work done. When you're at home and you need to move the couch, you don't do it by yourself. You get a group of people together, and what do? You say, 1, 2, 3, huh!
I like doing that.
We rehearsed this. You know that your strength collectively is more than any you working independently. And in the simple business of sea shanty singing, it's a way to create rhythm for the crew, to know that when you're pulling. When I was a little boy, my mama often called me, and the chorus is, way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Say it with me. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. That if I didn't kiss the girls, my lips, they'd all grow moldy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. You just speak the words. You don't have to sing it. Just. But Louis got his head cut off. It spoiled his constitution. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. One more time and fill your lungs with air. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. I thought I heard the old man say, John Kanaka-Naka-Turaye. Today is a holiday. John Kanaka-Naka-Turaye. Turaye. Whoa, Turaye. John Kanaka-Naka-Turaye. We'll work tomorrow, but not today.
John Kanaka
For we're the best of the buckos, oh we do.
John Kanaka
Last time. Toraye. Whoa, Toraye. John Kanaka Toraye.
You guys are good.
You alright with that? You feel alright? Now this is the most popular sea shanty in the world.
Okay.
When I was in my early 20s, I had read too many Herman Melville books. I'd read too many Jack London books. And I wanted to go to sea. From my experiences of sailing on Martha's Vineyard, it wasn't enough. I wanted to be on a ship. So, from Martha's Vineyard, I went to Boston, and they said, well, there are no ships here. American shipping isn't doing very well. Go to New York. So I went to New York to try and get on a ship. I was in my early 20s, and I knew port from starboard and bow from stern. I figured I could work on a ship. So in New York, and I went to the union halls, and I hung around in there, and they said, no, American shipping isn't doing really well. You got to go to Europe if you want to go work on a ship. So I got in an airplane and I flew to Europe, and I went to Amsterdam, and I ended up in Rotterdam, and I signed aboard a ship. And it was a trouble. It was a freighter, Foglero, Swedish freighter, Swedish crew. And I knew there was trouble when I went on board that ship, because in order to get on board the ship, she was in dry dock. Sitting in there in dry dock, and they had the stairs, you know the stairs that go up to the ship, and you walk up it. And as I was climbing those stairs and I looked along the side of the vessel, I saw oil coming down the sides of the vessel. You don't have to be a mathematician to know that a troubled ship, if the oil is coming out of it when it's in dry dock, what's it do when it's fully in the water? The Foglero. I signed aboard that ship and I went to sea. And I brought my guitar with me, and I had my sea shanties with me. And on the first night that I was aboard, I started singing some songs, some sea shanties. And the crew looked at me as though I were a stranger, and they had no idea what I was singing. But there was one song that they knew. 'Cause they don't sing sea shanties on ships anymore. You've got to help out now, folks. You thought you were just paying for dinner and you could sit and not do anything? We got to talk about this right now. You're going to participate. Because, singing is a healthy thing. Music does not have to be a spectator sport where you sit in the bleachers and you watch some very famous person jump up and down and you pay hundreds of dollars to watch them do it. This is community-based music.
That's right.
You gotta sing. So here we go.
Doesn't have to be.
That's not too hard, right?
That's great.
I'm on top of the mast, oh yes, and I'm on top of the mast, oh yes, oh, I'm on top of the mast, oh yes, and they're lying on the horn. Way up she rises, way up she rises, lying on the horn. Oh yeah. Don't you feel better now having taken some breath there? I have to say, some people don't sing. and their voices are awful when they're singing because, and it's a real easy way to solve it. Make sure you have air in your lungs. Sit up straight, bringing them air into your lungs, and even just speak it is fine enough for us.
Fabulous.
These are sea shanties, and you guys who are sitting out there looking stalwart and not participating, I want you to know that these songs were written for men.
Ooh, he's right.
And everywhere Molly and I perform, the women always outperform the men.
Oh boy.
Talk about change. Talk about changes in the world of sea shanty singing.
They can do it. I think they can do it. I think
You are with us? I'll say yes. You're with us. Please say yes.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There's nobody walking around here with a meter saying you guys are too noisy, okay? This is downtown Vineyard Haven in January. Do you think anybody can hear you out there?
And there's no clipboard saying, "Oh, you were flat on that." No, yeah, no, none of that. None of that. Go for it.
Give him a cold shower until he's sober. Give him a cold shower until he's sober. Give him a cold shower until he's sober. Here's your part.
Oh, that was
Doesn't
good.
that sound better?
Yeah, awesome.
Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Well, that's well, shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Here we go. Well, that's what you do with a drunken sailor. That's what you do with a drunken sailor.
That's what you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning.
Isn't that fun? Please say yes.
Good. You sounded great.
Um,
Want to do some local ones?
want to kick your goals?
Yeah.
So each one of these sea shanties we've sung so far have rhythm to them, and you can tell that they're the real thing, sea shanties. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this one right here, and we're going to slip into some songs that are sea songs, not sea shanties. And then we're going to finish with a song that Molly wrote for sailors.
Might be appropriate.
Stay tuned. And you're going to sing with us. You see, this is a big deal. This is good. I think it's a... We go out to the West Coast. We're going out to the West Coast later in February. We're going to go to Astoria, Oregon to join together with the Fisher Poets Gathering, which is a group that sponsors, encourages, cultivates commercial fishermen who write their own poetry.
And songs. It's
And
an amazing
there's
gathering.
movies on them. It's just an amazing. These are people who put their lives at risk so that you can eat your meal, and they have amazing stories. And the only reason why they let me go is because I used to write a fisherman's column, and I spent time on fishing boats. But the story of our coastal communities needs to be told. and it's so precious. You walk Menemsha waterfront today, and for those of you who have a memory of years ago, it's a different place. God bless them for saving the docks. God bless them for saving the fish operations that are down there. But it is a far more complicated way, far more complicated science, politics, to save the fishing boats and the fishermen that are on those boats. We're slipping into a world where you can't commercially fish. He agrees. You can't commercially fish locally for fish because they're so depleted. I'm going to sing for you a song that celebrates cod. And many of you have heard this song, and it astounds me that when we sing it on Cape Cod, there are people who have never heard it. Cape Cod. When Bartholomew Gosnell came here in 1602 and went around naming places, he wasn't drunk.
Well, maybe.
He was sober. He named Cape Cod not because it was a cute name. He named it because there was cod everywhere. You could walk from Martha's Vineyard to Cape Cod on the backs of the cod. Am I right? You heard that. And you know that the Pilgrims, they came 18 years later. They didn't come here as tourists. They came here to eat. And the word had gotten out in England that there was plenty of cod around Cape Cod. Anybody here differ with me? Speak up right now, because this is what I believe. They didn't come here for any other reason than to eat.
And this is a good song about that.
I don't know, all the guys in the kitchen are hiding from me now.
And this is also a work song, right? This is a work song.
So this is a song. Please own this song. Bring this song home with you. Play it around. It's an indigenous folk song. It's an indigenous sea shanty.
All the way.
And it's about a time when there was so much cod, they ate it for breakfast. They ate it for lunch, and they ate it for
dinner.
Because there was no supermarket that provided all the whatever this and the that from Kentucky and wherever, and I'm not against them, but you ate local. And so you got a little sick of it. So you had a sense of humor about it. They don't use no combs.
All the way.
They comb their hair with codfish bones.
All the way for Australia.
So heave it up, my
bully boys. All the way.
Heave it up, and don't you make a noise.
All the way for Australia.
Well, now Cape Cod boys, they don't use no sleds.
All the way.
They slide down the dunes on codfish heads. So it's heave it up, my bully boys. Heave it up and don't you make a noise. Well, now Cape Cod doctors, they don't use no pills. They feed their patients on codfish gills. So it's heave it up, my bully boys. Heave it up and don't you make a noise. Cape Cod cats, they have no tails. To those southwestern gales. So it's heave it up, my bully boys. Heave it up, and don't you make a noise. All right, the last verse. You know the last verse. First verse. So you're going to help me with it, okay? Well, now Cape Cod girls, they only use no combs. They comb their hair with
Codfish bones.
There we go.
Found a way for Australia.
So let's heave it up, my bully bully boys.
All the way.
Heave it up and don't you make a noise.
Found a way for Australia. Found a way for Sure, you want to do that now? Is that good?
Yes, I think we're good. Yeah.
Are we good? We got time for one more? One more?
Two more songs?
One more. Here we go. We got time for one more.
So, can I introduce this song?
Sure.
Can you put, there's actually the CD down there, wave it in.
Oh, okay.
So, there are people here who've heard this song.
There are people who have heard this song. It's called Sea Talk. And you'll soon find out why. But this is written from the perspective of somebody just learning how to sail. And you'll hear
This
why.
is so appropriate for Sail Martha's Vineyard.
I gotta get something. I gotta get a prop.
Oh my God, yeah, you gotta get this thing.
I gotta get the prop.
So, how many of you are sailors? Don't be shy. Raise your hand. How many of you are sailors? You're all sailors, right? And you many times you take somebody out with you who doesn't know how to sail, and it's kind of, they're amazed at watching you, aren't they? They're astounded by all the details and all the things that go on. Well, Molly goes sailing with me. And she's good.
Just learning. I'm just learning.
She's great at the helm. She steers that thing better than me. I have a Marshall 22 catboat. I'm very proud of it, called Sea Shanty, and she's awesome on board.
It's fun. It's fun.
And she's if you don't already know about her, she's a songwriter, she's a storyteller, she's written plays, she's written musicals. She's terrific. You folks know what I'm talking about? A few of you out there I know are followers. Are bigger followers of her than me.
Well, that's gonna change.
So anyway, so please, so we need some help with this. We need how many people?
I don't know. We need a few helpers.
We need some people.
Especially anybody who's new to sailing. This is very appropriate for anybody who's newer to sailing.
We want you to help us sing the
Yeah,
chorus.
come on up here.
Is there anybody who would help us sing the chorus? Come on, I got the words right here.
Yeah, see, this time you get the words.
Come on up here, please. This
Martha,
you're gonna love
yay,
this.
Martha, we got a brave
This is
soul.
gonna start your year. Please come up.
Thanks, Martha.
Please, somebody else. We need more.
All right, we got the guy in the back. Yeah.
We need.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh my God.
This is good.
So good.
Hey, awesome. Come stand next to me.
I sang in a choir once, only
There you
once.
go.
Do we have another person?
They got rid of me.
Have you got more singers out there?
Yeah.
Perfect.
This is
Perfect.
in American. I
Pam,
don't
can we
know
get
if
you to come up with us? Or Chuck?
She's not exactly new to
Come on,
sailing,
Pam.
but
This
that's
is something-
okay.
You're going to have the kids singing this song this summer. Can we have another person? We're not starting until we get another person up
Come on
here.
in so the camera sees you too. Come on in.
Oh my God.
That's right. We gotta.
Greg,
All right.
I'm giving you the words. You don't
That's
even
right.
have to sing it. You just say it.
Fail safe.
Just say it. It's just the cute thing is, and
Thank
please,
you.
somebody,
Thank you. All right.
you're gonna love this song.
Yeah, you got words. You're good. This is a chorus, so you'll join in on the chorus. That's it. 4 lines. That's all you got is 4 lines. Yeah. This is
Now this is like a joke.
I'm sure it's like
Somebody tells you a joke. If you're not paying attention to the lyrics, you don't know why it's funny, and the person sitting next to you is laughing. This song is a funny song, and Molly wrote it.
because I'm funny. Well, I just like to.
And you guys, you just feel
Have fun
comfortable.
with
You know,
things.
well, how you feel, but we just want your voices in on it somehow.
We'll have a
You
little
don't have to do the
intro.
first verse,
I'll
first
point
chorus,
to you
because
when it's time.
the
all right?
chorus comes
Okay.
back and back and back, and
That's
you'll
right.
get better at
That's
it.
good. We'll
So
get
by the
verses. We'll get better.
Yeah, you'll get better at it.
Yeah,
There's verses in
I've never heard it.
Of course not.
Molly's an amazing musician too.
As a newbie aboard a catboat, see, I heard these words are flying around me. This talk so full of salt and spice. Some sounded rough, some regal, some nice. These words I vowed to study and learn, in case someday it would be my turn as first mate to help the captain shout maybe, "Look out!" as we come about. Here we go.
This
Landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. Wait, I've got it. You're gonna hear that. I really got it now. So lower the peak and tighten the sail. Taking on water, that's when you bail. Centerboard trunk and the gooseneck slides. Time to raise sail, gotta watch the tides. Take the wheel, take the helm, grab the tiller and pin. With the rudder in hand, you can head into the wind. Set up the halyard, toward the line, clear the sheets. Down haul and out haul and time to the cleat. Hee hee hee, here we go. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. Oh, I got some more words for you. Here we go. Leeward, windward, a cuss word too. We're full to the gunnels on the ocean blue, with a heave and a haul. We're tired off well. We'll tie one on two as we ride that swell. Dinghy, kringle, boom, gaff. Some of these words you just gotta laugh. Starboard, port side, and anchors away. A jiving and a tacking and a shout. Hooray! This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. This landlubber was a sea-top lover, now a salty lover, and lover of the sea. Last line again. And lover of the sea. One more time. And lover of the sea.
You did it.
You did it. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Molly, you
Thank
wrote that?
Yeah.
Too painful.
Yeah. Great song. Thank you.
We got room for one
That
song.
was great.
One
Great
more.
song.
Great
Great
work.
work. Great work.
One, quick.
Yeah, one quick. We have to finish this song. This is a tribute to Gail Huntington. Gail Huntington collected sea shanties. He celebrated. He instructed me to sing sea shanties. He said nobody else is singing them. So
Oh,
maybe
you're
we'll
gonna
just
know
do
the
2
chorus
verses
of
or
this one
something.
too. It's so good.
We'll just do 2 verses. Gail Hunkin lived right up the street. He was a high school teacher at the Tisbury School.
Can we teach the chorus? Teach him the chorus?
Oh, I'd love to. The chorus is Rolling Home.
Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Say that. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear New England. Rolling home to dear New England. Rolling home near God to thee. That's it. You'll get it. Call all hands to man the capstan. See the day running clear. Lead away with the wildboys. We do sing. Here we go. Rolling home. Rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home, dear New England. Rolling home, dear God. Fare thee well, dear Spanish maidens. It's time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together. Yeah. Happy times we've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard. Oh, where'd that come from? Rolling home, near God to thee.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow ye winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.